What is up, YouTube? This is DBZ439 coming at you with another test hand video, this time with Odd Eyes. For those of you interested, the deck list is the same as my most recent Odd Eyes deck profile, which I got first place in locals with, but I did make 4 changes. I took out double Call by the Grave for double Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and I took out a Lancer Dragon and Terraforming for a Time Gazer and a Duelist Alliance because I felt those 2 cards are more consistent with the Electromite build, and I don't want to brick, so I opted to go with those cards. But without any further ado, let's get on to this combo tutorial slash test hand video. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to shuffle to make sure we get a random hand, and then let's see what we open. So we draw 5, and the assumption is we're not going to get hand trapped. Alright, this is a very, very interesting hand. So the first thing that comes to mind is we have 1 turbo card, right? We can bury the Dark Worm. So let's just start off with that. We're going to activate this, and we're going to send this to grave. Put this here. This is in grave. This is our hand. Next, we're going to activate Dark Worm effect, special from grave, and we're going to search the gate 0. Find the gate 0. Here's the gate 0. Alright. Next what we're going to do is going to activate the Sky Iris, because Sky Iris is going to help us, get to our Arc Pendulum. So what we're going to do is going to activate the Supreme Gate 0 target effect on Gate 0, search the high scale, which is very important. Next, we're going to activate the high scale, and we're going to activate the Phantom. Alright, so now what's going to happen is I'm actually not going to Electromite this turn, because you usually want to Electromite before you Pen Summon, but what we're going to do is going to Pen Summon 2 right now. So we're going to go 1, 2, alright? And then we could Electromite right here, but you know what? We're going to actually go ahead and Electromite right here. And you will see why in a bit. Okay, let's Electromite. This is actually a pretty good example of when you can Electromite after the Pen Summon. So we're going to activate Metal Foil Electromite effect. We're going to send. So we have an extra deck. Alright, we already have our Phantom. We already have a Jackal. Sending a Chronograph is sometimes my go-to when I don't have an idea of what I want to send, because it helps go into Naruto, and if you recur it with Electromite, you can special from hand. So, but we're not going to special the Phantom in hand. We're just going to keep it, because what's going to happen is we want to trigger our Pendulum using Electromite effect. So let's just do that. Alright, so we're going to activate effect, target the Phantom, and add it back to hand. And what's going to happen is going to be Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, Chain Link 2, special from deck, Chain Link 1, draw a card. So we're going to special the Phantom from deck. Not the Phantom, excuse me, the Dissolver from deck, because we need to get into Vortex, because that's your power play. So we're going to cut deck, draw a card. Alright, that is okay, I guess. We haven't normal summoned, which is one thing to keep in mind. You could, so what I was going to do is first I'm going to activate the Phantom, give this 2 counters, and then we can activate Effective Dissolver, fusing these 2 into Vortex, which is nice. And again, this Vortex was fusion summoned properly, so you can float with Arc Pendulum. We're going to activate this again, the second Phantom, give this more counters. So what you could do is you could like normal and sink into 8, which is Omega turn 1, or you can just leave this on field. I would probably just leave it like this. This is an okay board actually. You have 1 negate, you have 2 negates in here. You have a Sky Iris which protects scales. You have Arc Pendulum which can use this to get a spin, which people sleep on, and this actually has a 3k body, which is amazing because this will pump this or any other card, so that's really nice. And also one thing that I have trouble with is giving this counters on my turn, but Dissolver helps you let fuse and scale, so as long as you have another scale in hand, you can activate it and give it counters. So you always want to keep that in mind. You definitely never want to wait for your opponent to activate a spell, because, for example, if they're playing like BA Sekka, they might not even play spells. So you want to always put its spell counters on your turn. This is an okay hand. We opened only one turbo card. We're going to do another test hand, but we opened only one turbo card, which means that we couldn't Electromite before the Pen Summon, which is really what you're trying to do with this deck, which was quite unfortunate. But overall, that was still a half decent. That was a not bad of a board, in my opinion, which I'd be happy with. And again, we assumed that there was no hand trap, so we're gonna try again. We're gonna see what we can get this time. Hopefully, we can open double, at least 2 turbo cards to go into Electromite. So let's see what happens now. Gonna open 5 cards. Let's see what's up. All right. So this is interesting because we actually opened 2 turbo cards. We opened the Cerberus, which is pretty apparent, but this right here, or even this right here, is also like a pseudo turbo card because Sky Iris lets you float into a pen monster with Arc Pendulum. So let's start off with activate Cerberus, activate Alliance. We're going to search our high scale. Just search our high scale, and then we're gonna activate this, the Spiral Flame Strike, not hard once per turn, alliances, so I don't max on that, I max on this. We're going to search our Phantom. Phantom is kind of usually what you want to end up in scale. Okay, so this is our hand right now. We're going to activate Cerberus effect, pop itself, get the Jackal. Jackal effect, pop itself, special to Cerberus. So this is on field. And next, what we want to do is you want to activate Phantom, activate Arc, activate Sky Iris. Sky Iris effect targets Phantom, search a Phantom, and what we want to do is special a. So first, okay, so we got the Sky Iris effect, got the Phantom. Now we're gonna use this effect to special a pen monster from Odd Eyes monster from deck. What we can do is we can special. We're going to special a Persona. Let's just do Persona for now. I think that was a pretty good call. Last time we wanted to float into Dissolver, but now we might need to Absolute into Vortex, but we'll see. Alright, okay. Okay, now we're going to Electromite. Electromite effect, sending the. What do you want to send? We want to send one more level 7 because we need to go into Absolute. Actually, we have a Jackal in here as well. Okay, sorry about that. Let's send a. We're going to send a Chronograph because we don't need another 7. Alright, anyways. We're going to activate Electron Effect. Electron Effect, target the Phantom, add the Phantom back, draw a card, cut the deck. Let's draw. Alright, we got a Summoner's Art, which is not ideal, but actually it's not bad. Okay, we're going to activate Summoner's Art. We're going to get another high scale. We're going to activate Phantom. Now we're going to pen summon 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So if this wasn't, we top decked a level 7 essentially, which was going to help us go into Absolute, which will help us, you know, rank up into. Going to link summon these 2 into Metaltron, and use Absolute Effect, Special Vortex. Now, you can see the problem here is we don't have spell counters on this, which is unfortunate, because what happens to usually make Vortex, we use Dissolver, Diffuse, and Scale, and activate another scale to give this. So technically, we have 3 negates right now, but this doesn't have any counters, so we have to wait for our opponent to activate that. Yeah, but other than that, we have Skyris, which is again really good, and we have 3 negates in Persona and Vortex. And keep in mind, this can't float with this effect because it wasn't properly fusion summoned, so that's quite unfortunate. Usually you like to use Dissolver to do that, but we couldn't do that because we already spent his effect on getting a material for Electromite. So that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. I definitely like to read your responses, and have a nice day.